बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल MathoPhilic। आज हम बात करेंगे व्हाट इज अ पॉलिनोमियल। जी मेरा पॉलिनोमियल क्या होता है? पॉलिनोमियल एंड क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन, ये सब आपने देखा ही होगा एनसीईआरटी की बुक में। पॉलिनोमियल और क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन होती क्या है पॉलिनोमियल। अगर हम बात करें पॉलिनोमियल एक ऐसा कॉम्बिनेशन है वेरिएबल्स कॉन्स्टेंट्स का, जो किसी ऑपरेटर के साथ रिलेट किए गए हो। जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास वेरिएबल्स वो नंबर्स होती है जिनका वैल्यू चेंज होता है। जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास एक नंबर है एक्स पे हम कुछ भी वैल्यू दे सकते हैं। इट मीन्स इट्स अ वेरिएबल। और अगर हम ऐसी बात करें कॉन्स्टेंट्स, जैसे हमारे पास 1 है, 1 की वैल्यू तो कभी चेंज नहीं होगी, तो इट इज अ कॉन्स्टेंट नंबर। आगे बढ़ते हैं वेरिएबल्स हम उन नंबर्स को कहते हैं जिनका वैल्यू चेंज होता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल टाइम चेंज होता है तो वो वेरिएबल है। इसके साथ अगर हम कहेंगे हमें 10 मिनट, हर 10 मिनट के बाद कुछ काम करना है, तो ये हर 10 मिनट के बाद 10 मिनट इज अ कांस्टेंट, क्योंकि ये चेंज नहीं होगा 10 मिनट। इसी तरह वेरिएबल्स चेंज होते हैं। अब हम पढ़ रहे हैं पॉलिनोमियल। हमारे पास कोई भी इक्वेशन या हम उसको इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ऐसे लिखते हैं an प्लस an-1 xn-1 प्लस an-2 xn-2 प्लस आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे। इनकी जो नंबर्स है, जो सबस्क्रिप्ट है n-2, यहाँ पे आगे n-3 हो जाएगा, फिर कंटिन्यूसली ऐसे ही बढ़ता जाएगा। और यहाँ पे x पावर n-2 ऐसे ये ज्यादा हो जाएगा। और लास्ट में आएगा क्या आएगा? n-1। तो कितना हो गया? a पावर 1 x पावर 1 और आएगा a पावर 0 x पावर 0। जो x पावर 0 है, x पावर 0 की वैल्यू हमेशा 1 होती है। बट इसमें कंडीशन है, x कैन नॉट बी इक्वल टू 0 इफ x इज इक्वल टू 0, तो इट इज 0 पावर 0। व्हाट डज दैट मीन? 0 को पावर करेंगे 0, दैट इज नॉट डिफाइंड अप टू सम restrictions on that। जब हम आगे बढ़ेंगे 10th में ये सब नहीं होता है। बढ़ते फिर से, हमारे पास जो भी हम नंबर इस फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं उसको हम कहते हैं वेरिएबल। एंड देयर इज अनदर कॉन्सेप्ट, दिस इज अ पॉलिनोमियल। व्हाट इज polynomial? And another, we can take some examples. We have x, put n is equal to 4 in above। इसमें हम n का वैल्यू 4 देंगे। एंड we know इसमें आएगा an, यानी कि a4 x4। इसके बाद आएगा an-1, दैट इज a3x3 प्लस a2x2 प्लस a1x1 प्लस a0 x0 इज 1। देन उसकी लिखने की जरूरत यहाँ पे नहीं रहेगी। ठीक है, तो इन सब का कॉम्बिनेशन जब ये बनेगा तो ये एक पॉलिनोमियल कहलाएगा। Where this a0 is simply a number, it is a constant, and this x1 is a variable, and we can write here x4 x3 x2 x2, x1 are all variables. Then moving to forward something, that is, we can say this A4, A3, A2 and A1 are simple numbers. That is, and this A0 is equal to is a constant. Why I write these four different and this A0 at another line? Because these four numbers are multiplied with the x and x powers. So these are called coefficients of x, or variable. Coming to the next, that what is this defines? This defines that the numbers we have here is a combination of coefficients of the variables and constants. If this equation is equal to 0, that is, we can write A4 x4 plus A3 x3 plus A2 x2 plus A1 x1 plus A0 is equal to 0. This is a polynomial. And when we compare it with that is equal to 0, it becomes a polynomial equation. What is difference here and there? There is difference only that we put an equal to sign here and that we compare that it is equal to 0. This defines that this equation is a polynomial equation. What next? We say what is power. The power of x here. What is the power of x here? It is a 1. And what is the power of x here? It is 2. What is the power of x here? It is 3. And what is the power of x here? It is 4. These different powers of x is a different, but we can choose the highest one. The highest degree or highest power of here x. But we say that these all are in one variable, not two variables. We have equations which are in three variables, multi-variables, but here is the equation in one variable. That is, variable is here x. So the power here is 4. Highest power is 4. We call it as degree. Equal to highest power of variable, which is equal to 4. Highest power of variable is 4. So coming in your mind, if the power is x power 1 by 2, x power 1 by 3, x power 1 by 4, but at this level you do not understand these concepts, you need some extra concept for that. So if you need the extra concept, please comment me how we calculate the power of these numbers. So we have see that the highest power, what is a polynomial equation, and what are variables, constants, coefficients of the variable. Now coming forward, that if we consider these equations are relative. What the relative means, that we have two equations, they are equal. Suppose, for example, we have equality of equations, equations. Equality of equations. What that mean? We have a4x4. We have a4x4 plus a3x3, a2x2 plus a1x1 plus a0, which is equal to a3x3. Here we can write b3x3, b4x4, b3 b4 x2 here just b2 and b1 x1, just the three numbers. We say that these are equal. When we put an equal sign, it implies that x4 is always equal to x4. It does not compare here is x3, here is x4. If it is here not x4, we can write it as 0.x4 plus b3 x3 plus b2 x2 plus b1 x1 plus 0.x0. We have seen here it is a for x4, here it is 0. It implies a4 is equal to 0, a3 is equal to b3, a2 is equal to b2, a1 is equal to b1, and a0 is equal to 0. These are the equality of two equations. Coming forward, our main focus is on what is a polynomial and how do you differentiate between different kinds of polynomials. Our main focus on polynomials. If there are some different kinds of polynomials, for example, we have a polynomial. Let me consider an example. We have this kind of root x plus 5 is equal to 0. Is it a polynomial equation or not? Yes, this is a polynomial equation. How do you show that? Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides implies that x plus 5 whole square is equal to 0 square. 0 square doesn't matter. So we can write x plus 5, root x plus 5 ka whole square equal to 0. Implies it can be root x plus, it can be x square, root x ka whole square, a square plus b square plus twice root x into 5 plus 5 square equal to 0. What it is? It is x square, x plus 2 root 2 5s are 10 and it is 10 root x plus 5, 25 equal to 0. This is x plus 10 root x plus 25 is equal to 0. This equation x plus 10 root x is a polynomial, but we cannot say the degree of this polynomial is 1. Here is the degree of 1 by 2, but 1 and 1 by 2 they are not relative, because the degree should be in natural numbers, only natural number. It is fractional degree, so we cannot say the degree is 1. Coming to our next question, how do you say that polynomial, the polynomial is linear? Polynomial is linear whenever we have the highest degree, the degree of the polynomial is 1. The degree of the polynomial is 1. So it is linear polynomial. If we have polynomial of degree 1, then it is a linear polynomial. For example, we have x plus 2. X plus 2. The degree is 1. So it is a linear polynomial. We have root 3. X plus 5. We have root 7. X plus root 9. These are the polynomials of degree 1. This linear polynomial. And we have another polynomial that's called quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Polynomial. If quadratic polynomial, if the degree is equal to 2, degree equal to 2, then this polynomial is quadratic polynomial. For example, we have quadratic polynomial. For example, x square plus 5. X square plus 5 is a quadratic polynomial. X square plus 9 is another quadratic polynomial. Root 3x square plus 5. And we have another that is called the u by 3 minus 2u square. U by 3 minus 2u square is a quadratic polynomial. We have more polynomials, that's trinomial polynomial. Trinomial, the degree should be 3. By quadratic polynomial, the degree should be 4, and so on. But the trinomial polynomial is another name that's called cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. If the degree must be 3. The degree of the polynomial should be 3. Then this is called the cubic polynomial. For example, it is 2 minus x cube, x square, x cube minus root 2 x square minus 5. These are the examples of cubic polynomial. You can generate so many examples on cubic, by quadratic, and linear polynomial. In fact, in general, we say that ax square cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0 is a general equation for a cubic polynomial. Similarly, we can say that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is a general equation for quadratic polynomial. Another, we have ax plus b is equal to 0 is a general equation for linear polynomial. Now we say in the next topic we will discuss the solutions of linear quadratic polynomial. But if you need the solutions of cubic polynomial, you have to comment and share the video to your friends, like, subscribe our channel, so for that this video reaches most of the people on the earth. Thank you for watching our video. Goodbye.